Layton's going to be recording, and they're going to be like, sorry. But no, so I'm just going to like go through this and ask y'all questions, and it shouldn't take. Can you see?
Can everyone see?
Yeah. So it shouldn't take too long, but okay. So I'm your moderator, Emily. We're here to talk about how Bryn Walker Fashion Line can be marketed best to college-age students. The discussion we are going to have is called a focus group. For those of you who have never participated in one of these sessions, I would like to explain a little bit about this type of research. Focus groups are used to gather information informally from a small group of individuals who have a common interest in a particular subject, and in this instance, you all have a significant interest and investment in fashion. This discussion will provide invaluable information on how much Bryn Walker appeals to college-age students. This focus group is a part of our overall strategic planning process. In focus group, there is no right or wrong answers. We want to hear from everyone in the room. We are pleased you can be a part of this group because we think you have important ideas regarding fashion concepts and ideas. Don't hesitate to speak up when you have a point you would like to make. I'll be moderating the session and moving us along so that we touch all of the key subjects on our agenda. I'd like to avoid getting bogged down on issues that don't pertain to everyone in the group. If I think that we are spending too much time on one subject, I will step in to keep the discussion moving. We will be keeping a record of this discussion so that I don't have to take notes. I like to follow what is being said and then go back later, or we all like to follow what is being said, and go back later to review what you said once again so we can accurately convey each of your ideas and opinions. My role today is to see that we have a productive discussion and to summarize the group's feelings. I will not refer to any participant by name in the reports we prepare. The information will be kept confidential and be used only by me and my fellow teammates to understand and be able to market Bryn Walker for college-age students more accurately. Okay, question 1. I'd like to begin by going around the table and asking each of you to tell us a little bit more about yourself and rate yourself and how fashionable you are from 1 to 10. So, if y'all can just go through 1 to 10 on how fashionable you think you are. So, there's no right or wrong answer. Like, this is kind of just to kind of like get a spectrum of like what we're working with. So, 1 to 10.
I don't know, 5.
Okay. What's yours?
7.
7. 8.
5.
5.
I love the number 7.
7.
5.
5. And your number 7? Okay, what are you?
Wait, what was 6?
6 was 5. Number 7, what were you?
5.
5. 8.
So,
Who's number 8?
Oh, I am. 5.
5. 9. 8. 8, okay. 10.
probably like 8 or 9.
8 or 9, okay. Lennon? 8, okay. Okay, perfect, okay. So,
What did Lennon say?
Lennon said 8. Okay,
Number
so.
11.
Number 11 said 8.
Yes. Sorry, that was confusing. I'm sorry.
We'll cut
Okay,
that.
so not all of you have to answer this, but like kind of like a few of you, how often would you say that you shop?
Number
Actually purchased or
number 11.
So, well, you can hold, online shopping counts, like, no matter what, but like, just hold up your number, like, we don't have to, all of you have to say something, but just a couple of you, like, how often would you say that you shop?
every
Saying
every
what?
day.
Okay,
Like
so.
actually purchase or like looking.
Both.
Oh,
Every day.
every day?
Every day. I like to do research.
Okay, hold it
Retail
down.
therapy?
Okay, so number 3 says every day, 5 says
Every day.
every day, number 2 says once a week,
Yeah, once a week. Once a week.
number 9 says once a week,
What about number 11?
number 10,
Probably like 3 times a week.
3 times a week. Lynn, how many times do you
Number
shop?
11?
Probably every day. Okay.
Once a week.
Okay.
We'll cut that too.
Okay.
What did number 11 say?
She said 8. Or every day.
We got it on recording. So,
Okay, next question. When do you shop? Like, I don't know if that's what is the budget you like to stay in?
I always check the sales stuff first.
it's
Okay.
my kind of girl.
Number 10.
Is this like our weekly shopping that we just talked about? What
Yeah. How is the budget you like to stay in? Like just kind of like casual shopping.
I try not to spend more than like 50 once.
50?
On like my weekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you say the same?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Anyone have any other
I think it
opinions?
depends. If it's shoes, it's going to be more expensive. If it's clothes, it's probably going to be less expensive, especially if it's in sales or in seasonal stuff.
What currency? Because if you're shopping on
It's
ASOS,
Australian
very
dollars.
expensive.
European. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. On Top Shop, then it's going to be in Europe.
Exactly. So we need to think about currency.
Okay, so the next question. Does the pricing of a clothing product make a difference in where you purchase your clothing? So like, do you feel wearing clothing that is more expensive increases the value of the brand? Like does that, do you need to repeat the question?
I think most of the time, like, price correlates with quality.
Okay.
So I'm more apt to buy like an expensive coat as opposed to like a cheap coat because I feel like it's gonna last longer.
Okay, anyone else? Go.
Merchandising majors will see like the quality in the clothing after sewing product, textiles, random classes that do help. The quality is what a lot of us look at before we purchase.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is that kind of, all of you kind of move that way with quality, quantity type thing? Okay. Next question. Would you splurge on one high quality item of clothing or buy multiple pieces of lesser quality and price? So would you buy like one super expensive jacket instead of buying like 3?
Yeah.
So you buy
I buy
one
one.
parka, one
Super
buy
expensive.
Have them
Yeah.
pay. Do
Yeah.
like raise hands for each one. Okay, like raise your hand if
Yeah,
you would
so
buy
that-
one thing.
It's okay. I was
I think that's everyone.
Okay. 100%.
So quantity over
Quality over quantity.
Got it. Okay. Next. Okay, in a short sentence, so a couple of you, describe your personal fashion sense. So like, this is like a couple words, like I don't need a paragraph. Like, describe your fashion sense or describe like what or who influenced you. So if it's like, say, someone's like Audrey Hepburn, like I kind of like have that fashion sense, or I have
Grunge
hashtag
and
fashion sense, I don't know, like no, I'm just saying, like so like whoever kind of, what is
Number 9. I visit trend forecasting websites and I try to channel Stevie Nicks.
okay,
Okay.
that's interesting.
I didn't know that means.
Anyone else? Fine.
My 5. Street style is a big one for me, and I like looking at like Kate Moss and Cara Delevingne, like mix up the style, not just one.
Okay.
I'm really into like the Mrs. Brady look, like the cute, like old classics, millennial dresses.
Olivia Palero.
Yeah. RT.
Okay. Did you know anything?
Number 10, I love Lauren Conrad's style. I think Olivia Palmer has a wonderful style as well. I also agree with like the street style, but also thinking about like keeping it classic, but maybe introducing like some trendy pieces that are like bold. It's kind of like making a statement, but still keeping it classy and true to yourself.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. And so y'all mentioned, because is there any like specific celebrities? Like I know y'all said kind of like fashion icons. Kind of like the same question. I just didn't know if like y'all had more celebrities. No.
Oh, Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton.
She's
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 1. Okay. Anyone else kind of has any add? If you don't, it's okay.
Julia Engel. She's a blogger.
That works too.
Bullshit.
Okay, so with the current fashion trends that are going on now, which brands like come to mind? Or like which brands do you think are really popular right now because of like the clothes that they're producing? Does that kind of make sense?
Specifically apparel.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're asking like brands that aren't timeless, brands that are like trendy?
Yeah, like right now with like what's like trendy right now, like what brands like come to mind? Like you automatically think of like, oh, because of like their clothes, like I'm gonna go buy those clothes because they're in style.
I would say Nasty Gal or Zara or H&M online. I love that. It's my
Okay.
favorite. So,
Probably like free people a lot too. People are like getting into that urban, like hippie kind of thing.
yeah.
Urban Outfitters always.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's that brand.
It's hard to like look down and figure out which shoulders are what. Are you good, Merv?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I'm good. Okay. So which clothing? Okay, we're gonna do the next question. Which clothing advertisements stand out to you? So like based on how clothing's advertised, what makes them interesting? So like, is it like billboards or is it like commercials that are like really like trendy and like does that kind of make sense? Like what catches your attention when it comes to like seeing clothes? Like websites, magazines, like
magazine.
I think the ones that I like follow on Instagram, a lot of them are really creative with their ads. Then that usually catch my eye.
Okay.
I think the more like
I think the more practical fashion advertisement is, the more inclined I am to like look into purchasing something from there. Like if I see something that's like actually wearable, not just like a topless girl, like just a fur vest, like you know.
Anyone else?
Oh, I subscribe to lookbooks.
Oh,
To have them send them monthly.
that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. Next question: are you more likely to enter a store even if you've never heard of it because it's aesthetically appealing from the outside, so it like has attractive window displays or an appealing logo, or it smells good, like, you know, like, would you like more likely to go into a store like that? Yeah.
Yes.
Does everyone kind of agree? Like, are you ready to agree to that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everyone agree? Nice. Okay.
Store appearance is everything from the outside. If you look at one nickel from the outside, you want to be able to buy what's sitting
That's
in
true.
it. It's
So-
not cute from the outside. You're not going to want to walk in and buy it.
Yeah. So what did Nichols an example? What other stores that kind of come to mind when you think of like just the outsider? It smells good.
I think Forever 21 does a really good job of displaying their clothes. Especially different styles.
Okay.
J. Crew.
Yeah, J. Crew.
J. Crew for sure.
I say Anthropology because they do set design with it too.
Yeah, they have
that's
amazing
really
windows.
art to it.
I think Urban does pretty good job.
Yeah.
Urban is amazing.
Miss Jackson just always has cool designs.
Yeah, they do windows. Carrots.
Okay. Are you good? Okay. What specific stores can you find current fashion trends that you're interested in? So it kind of goes along with like the stores that you thought of, but whether it's, I guess when you want to find that really great coat, like instead of buying like the numerous other ones, like what stores come to mind when you think like of what's in style right now? Like what stores make you automatically think of them?
I go to Nordstrom.
I was saying Nordstrom's.
ASOS.
Well, let's also one at a time. Sorry, they're just taking notes. They're supposed to. So what did you say?
Zara.
Nordstrom. Mm-hmm.
What's number?
ASOS.
Okay.
Topshop.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Okay. So if you find a similar product at several different stores, what would your reasoning be for buying that product at one store over another? Is it like brand name, price, the quality? It's like brand loyalty, like you always buy your clothes from there. Like what kind of makes you like buy a piece of clothing from this store rather than the same store that has it at the same thing?
I know a lot of like Nordstrom carries a lot of brands, so there's like a lot of overlap between where you can find it. But I'm more inclined to shop Nordstrom simply because they have really great return policies, and so that makes me go back to them because I know if the item doesn't work, I can take it back and it's no skin off my back.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm looking at two things that are the same, and one's lower price at one place than the other, I will go to the lower price place, no matter what the brand is.
Okay.
Unless it indicates quality.
Okay.
It has to be the same.
Yeah. No. Yeah. The quality is the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm constant.
Anyone else kind of have any?
If I'm shopping online, I'm more inclined to buy from somewhere I bought before just simply because like sizing. Like I know what
That's
size
true.
I am here as opposed to somewhere else.
Okay. Anyone else? We're good? Okay. Okay, if a company is having a promotional sale that gives back to a charitable organization, are you more likely to make a purchase from that store to support the cause? So let's kind of talk one at a time, just so we can get it. Is it, oh, I guess, does everyone agree that if it had a charitable, or if, with whatever you bought, like it would go back to a charitable organization, you'd buy from that store? Does everyone agree? You don't have to, I'm just trying to get like a hand raise.
Like Tom's shoes.
No.
No? Okay, so if you would buy from a store that has a charitable organization, raise your hand.
I would.
You would?
I would buy from one, but
If
not
I-
if I was
Yeah.
gonna get a better price somewhere else.
Yeah.
This is nothing to do, hasn't to do with the other question. This is just in general. So not has to do with like price or anything.
Well,
You're
if
saying,
it's a
like-
product I don't like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about
Exactly.
Tom's.
Yeah.
Like, does it have enough weight to make you just buy it?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
to
what
shop
the
there and
question's
do it.
trying to ask is if you've never heard of that store, would a charitable organization be something to draw you in? Yeah. To
I
to going into that store or to like even looking at their products or making a purchase.
Well, if you think about Tom's kind of does that in a way. Like they look out there and they're like, oh, there's children that need shoes. So like if you want to support something like that, you can buy our shoes. So it's kind of like the nonprofit first, and it's like the profit second.
Sorry, thanks for letting me know your thing. Okay. Next question. Have you ever heard or seen of the fashion line Bryn Walker?
No.
Raise your hand if you've heard of it.
Just now.
Okay, have you, wait.
The Dillards.
Okay, so you've seen it before. Okay. Have you, okay, another question. Have any of you ever heard or seen of the fashion line Eileen Fisher?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone's heard of Eileen Fisher? Yes?
I have.
Okay, you have not. Everyone
I
will
have.
wait. You're good.
One has.
Sorry, that was.
I think it was about 50-50.
So how many had and how many had not?
How many have not heard of Eileen Fisher?
3.
So 3. So 1, 4, and 9.
It's older women's clothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And just okay. Okay, for those of you that have heard of, should we do the video? Let's do the video. Sorry, I'm just.
This is her spring 2015 line.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
We're being
This is gonna be the Odyssey over what's
This is why we want y'all to be honest.
This is why I'm telling you honest. So just. Feedback. It's really important. So, how would you describe Bryn Walker's clothing? Okay, number 2.
Okay, just to like throw some credibility out there, I grew up in the Middle East, and this is very much like trendy, like with a really long top and then capris and sandals. Like that's what it reminds me of.
Okay, number 10.
I was about to say that like the same thing where it looks really ethnically inspired. I feel like somebody who would have to wear this would have to be pretty worldly to know like where the style can be functional, where the outfits can be functional.
Especially the harness pants.
The hair pants and like the different like longer cardigans and stuff like that, longer t-shirts to cover like be more modest.
Okay, anyone else? Like.
It's ugly.
Okay, number 6 says it's ugly. We want your honesty, we want stuff like that. So number 9.
I was gonna say matronly.
Yes. Okay. Number 1.
I thought it was weird.
Okay, it works. It's weird. Okay.
It was like shapeless, like unflattering. Super unflattering.
Okay. Now. Okay, out of these 2 pictures. Okay, out of these next 2 pictures, out of these 2 pictures, which item are you more likely to choose? Left or right? And raise your hand. Like we're gonna go like down the line number by number. So say left or right when looking. So which one would you more likely choose between these 2? Number 1.
It depends how I'm feeling.
Right now, how you feeling?
Like
Right now, I guess left.
left. Okay. Right. Right.
Right,
Hey, go slow. Sorry.
Oh,
Left. Right.
right,
Right.
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 Left.
Right.
Right. Right.
No, wait, hold on. Go number 8. Sorry, we just had to go in order. You're
Sorry.
good.
Oh, right.
8, 9.
9, left.
Right.
Left.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what about now?
What about now? So the left is Bryn Walker, and the right is Eileen Fisher. Yeah. So and you kind of see the price range. Bryn Walker is $128 for the shirt, and Eileen Fisher's is $218. So kind of getting an idea of kind of like that's how much.
Number 5. Wait, oh sorry, you're
Wait, just a second. Out of now that you kind of know like how much like a taco store with Bryn Walker, would you say that Bryn Walker's clothing fits inside your budget as a college-age girl?
So you guys don't buy stuff that?
Question, what's it made out of?
It is made out of flax and linen.
I totally want it. Yeah, that's not gonna lie.
I don't know if buy something that expensive, but not that. Like, it's too
Okay.
simple. You know, I would buy like a dress for $120, a jacket, but not a random like cardinal blue sweater.
Shirts, we're talking Brandy Melville, $20.
Anyone else have a contour off that? Okay. Who would you assume, after just seeing the video and looking at the website, who would you assume is a Bryn Walker customer? So like age range and kind of in like psychographic. So
30-years.
So
30-years.
My grandmother has clothes like that. She's like 70.
okay.
But she's an artist. So
No, I know. There's no wrong answer. Like we're really happy. Like you're good. Like number 9.
I would say like 50s to 70s, white,
Upper middle.
White
upper
middle
middle
class.
maybe on vacation.
There we go. That's
what we,
that's a great answer. Okay, number 10.
My mom buys Eileen Fisher stuff. So I mean, like, whenever you said Eileen Fisher, I knew it was going to be catering towards the older women. Like, it'd probably be the same kind of thing.
So you like automatically have that kind of in your brain when you think about the picture.
My sister wears that pregnant, so.
Okay. Okay.
I think it could definitely work for pregnancy wear.
Number 9. Number 9 says pregnancy wear.
Possibly be.
Okay. Okay. So, would y'all buy any Bryn Walker clothing the next time you shop?
I don't think she's available where I shop soon.
Well,
She's in Dillard's.
Chances are still.
So, would anyone buy Bryn Walker the next time they shop?
No.
Okay. But would it help you purchase something like Bryn Walker if it was sold in a store like Anthropologie, Madewell, or Free People? Would that persuade you? Right, say, hold your number up, Sorry. No, you're good. I just want to make sure that you're
There were a few pieces in there, like some that were like tied on the side that maybe not necessarily the way the models were wearing them, but I would wear them differently and probably like it.
Okay.
So
if it was in a more trendy shopping store, would y'all be more
not
likely to
paired the way it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Number 10.
I think that what you just brought up, if it was like shown on Free People, or if it was like sold through a different website with different models, the way it's photographed differently with different clothing pairing, I think it would definitely catch other people's eyes who are more apt to like lean towards those kind of funky kind of clothes. So for sure.
Anyone else have anything to add?
Let's see what you're going to learn.
Okay. What suggestions would you have to make Bryn Walker more appealing to you? So make sure you hold up your number and kind of go one at a time. Number 9.
I would say show the models less covered.
Okay.
Because they're all wearing like full t-shirt and pants underneath these kind of scantily designed tank tops, and I would wear the scanty tank top.
It works. Anyone else have any suggestions? Number 5.
Not only just shooting it with like in a studio, but also shooting it in like a location, like a trendy location, makes it look cool. Like whether it's out in the streets or like an edgy area, a big thing is the marketing behind it.
Okay, number 6. What suggestions did you have to make?
Wait, do I really need that?
Yeah. What suggestions do you have to make Bryn Walker more appealing to you?
I think maybe putting it on a younger model if that's who you're trying to appeal to.
Okay, what about you, number 4?
I agree with like the younger model. Like, I'm not gonna wear something that an older person's wearing.
Okay, number 7, what about you?
I just didn't like it.
So just kind of, yeah, okay. That makes sense, okay.
I think another thing would be like social media too. Like, as long as they perceive it like really cool on like Instagram, I think that shows a lot.
Okay, and last question, what would you change about Bryn Walker to make it more suitable for someone in your age group? So whether like how, like the actual clothing itself, like with, I guess some of you kind of said it's shapeless, there's being more fitted, like stuff like that. Not based kind of like on the advertising of the model, but what would you change specifically about the apparel? Number 2.
I think I would reduce the length of a lot of the tops. Like, I think it's, like, I'm fine with a flowy top or something that comes down, like, a little bit longer to wear with leggings, but these were, like, almost mid-shin, some of them.
Yeah.
That's a weird.
Okay, number 8.
I think using fabrics that we're like more drawn to, fabrics and patterns. I think that they were kind of old-fashioned.
I think different colors.
Okay. Okay, and like kind of the thing off of Bryn Walker, like I said, their clothing is made of like flax and linen. Sorry. But what they do is they use the same material, they just dye it different colors based off of their, whether it's fall or spring, and based off of the colors that they've chosen for that specific line. So all of their clothing is pretty much that, they just dye it different colors. So that's kind of a little tidbit of information.
Linen is an old lady fabric to me.
Yes.
Vacation.
Or attractive man on it.
Okay.
You have to think like the price for us and then it wearing well, because most kids our age don't really wash our clothes like how we should, or they need to go to dry cleaners or something, so it needs to be easy for us to care for.
Okay. Y'all have any last minute comments that y'all want to add in? Kind of covered everything. If you don't have any last minute stuff to fill in, it's okay. Just if you want to add something. No? Okay. That's it. Thank you.